If you guys do look above your heads, there is that animal spotting guide. So you guys see is that there. Here's a few extreme problems in the bones for big dog. However, these guys can also create a lift. For safety for you, you can see the plenty of times. You know the truck is snap. That does not absolutely
Alright, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs to your right. The doors will be closing. See, now here I can't get out of the truck to retrieve anything, so please hold on tight. We're now in the little Turry Forest. Keyword being forest, it is very wooded, so keep those eyes open, never know what we'll spot. Oh, very cool. Off to our right, I see no copy. Might look a little bit like a zebra with the stripes on its legs, but not related to the zebra at all. It's actually the only known relative of the giraffe. Being very shy, they weren't even discovered by Western cultures until 1901. Even thought to be mythological at one point since they are so rarely seen. Also a yellowback duiker just beyond the copy. Duiker in Swahili means to dive, often seen diving into the thick brush to evade predators. Tablets. One way you can actually help these animals out is if you're done using one of those items, hand it down to a friend or family member, or even recycle it. Might make a little saddle structure on their belt. Your tire right, weighing about 5,500 pounds with 18-inch long teeth. They do spend most of their day and hold their breath about 7 to 8 minutes, even sleeping underwater. Also some pinkback pelicans along the waterway. Pinkback pelicans get their name from the color their feathers change during mating season. Growing 18 to 20 feet long. They can take down very large prey such as zebra and wildebeest. In a single meal they can eat about half their body weight worth of food. You might even see some with their mouths open to help regulate their body temperatures. Since a Nile crocodile does go most of the year without leaves to conserve water, so as we make our way on to the dogs. They're one of the most successful predators in all of Africa, teaming up as packs to run down their prey. They're successful at hunting about 4 to 5 times they hunt, and come from a separate line of the canine family than your own pets, having 4 toes per paw. Also some termite mounds on both sides of the road. They're worn out like the one to our right. When other wildlife then use them as naps, a few minutes at a time, even sleeping on their feet. Another giraffe to our left. Definitely a good view of her. Also some Springbok on that hill to our right. A Springbok get their name from their ability to spring about 6 feet into the air. I hear that in the distance. I hear a lion's roar. I bet you know it. That's the English version. Heard miles away, which helped keep prides together. Since you know Simba means lion, does anyone know the Swahili word for king? Yeah, you knew that, but it also means king in Swahili. You're more Swahili than you realize, huh? And I'm Matata, right? Pooch for the same reason. After their horns made out of carrot and fingernails and hair, often found in deserts where their body temperature can increase to over 115 to prevent sweating. Backing into their burrows, displaying their tusks. Consort bite, meaning wide, referring to their wide lips used for eating grasses. They're often hunted and poached for their horns that some cultures believe have some form of medical value, but a rhino's horns are made out of keratin, just like your fingernails and hair, so no real value in their horns at all. Also, some ostrich eggs. Ostrich eggs often weigh about 3 pounds and take 45 days.
Symbols so they can see, although left side is permitted. And for your safety and the safety of the animal.
You are not.
I ask somebody, please do not whistle, yell, call to the animals to get their attention. We're going to keep our voices down to a minimum. Use our low voices, our whisper voices. And see that everybody has a face covering on. So you got the lighter looking animals. Those are gray Arcudia. They are the second tallest of the antelope. And the darker animals, those are bongos. Bongos are considered the ghosts of the forest. Rarely ever seen. Cruise markings on their skin. And also make out this other animal on our right side back there. That is an okapi. A lot of people confuse them as zebras because those black and white stripes on its legs. But it is not related to the zebra family at all. Every day. Got 2 black rhinos up ahead resting. Black rhinos weigh up to 3,000 pounds. They can charge at a speed of 35 miles an hour. And they are currently being hunted for the horns. The horns contain keratin. You can find keratin in your fingernails and your hair. Poachers believe the keratin acts as a medicinal purpose. They stand well at 5 feet tall with a 9-foot wingspan. I can make out one of those hippos behind us on the right side. It's going to be underwater. So hippos are one of the largest animals in the wild, reaching a weight of 5,500 pounds. That may not be the best view of that hippo. We're going to see if we can find a few more up ahead. See over there? See, hippos are known to spend the majority of their time underwater to protect themselves from sunlight and overheating. And they can hold their breath underwater 8 minutes at a time. And you can make out plenty of these black vultures hanging around. These vultures do not belong to us. They are invaders. But they do come in handy. They will pick and eat the dead skin off the hippos, so they are very useful. And a good view of these hippos. And also a good view of these pelicans. These are pink-backed pelicans. They have a wingspan of 9 feet. We call it pink because their backs are known to turn pink during mating season. And down below on our left, make out the Nile Crocodiles. Cold-blooded creatures. They are known to hunt prey bigger than they are, like zebras and wildebeests. And their jaws are strong enough to crush the bone to the soul. We're going to drive all the way around and catch up to them. but I can make out one of these giraffes up ahead, the tallest animals in the wild. Giraffes can grow to a height of 18 to 20 feet. At time birth, the giraffe can be as tall as 6 feet, and the baby giraffes can stand and walk on their own within an hour of being born, so you're not wasting time. And also the baby giraffes can stand and walk on their own within an hour of being born. You can't make out one of those zebras over there. That is a Hartman's mountain zebra. Mountain zebras have smaller feet than regular zebras. Helps move around the mountain terrain. I can make out a few animals on our west right outside. We also call them the painted dog because the markings on their skin. These animals are known to hunt until their prey is time for exhaustion. Once their prey is tired, the active wild dog pounce upon that prey. They may look like domesticated dogs, but they're completely different. You do not want these dogs in your house, they get too wild. This corner, those are Sable Antelope. They are the symbol of the Columbia Wildlife Reserve, known primarily for their reddish orange color. And these grayish mammals, those are white bearded wildebeests. They're mainly in densely packed herds. They are known to migrate in a group of 1.5 million across 500 to 1,000 miles. And these tall brown and animal droppings, they are as hard as concrete. An elephant can use one as a scratching post, so they do have their use and smell. Here's a much closer view of one of these giraffes on our right side. And we are going to be catching up to a few more as we drop around to the other side. We got plenty more giraffes up ahead. Giraffes can definitely use the height to their advantage. They'll use their extremely long tongues to reach leaves in the tallest of trees. Giraffes have 18-inch tongues. And they're also very active. They can run up to a speed of 30 miles an hour. And they only require 30 minutes of sleep a day. So between 3 hours and 30 minutes a day, the giraffe is up and out. And also, if you look within those trees on the right side, you can make up those animals with long horns. Those are Anconi cattle. We also call them Watusi after the African tribe. Those horns on their heads go as long as 6 feet. It's going to be on our left. Those monkeys are called Mandrels, which they weigh 100 pounds. They look very similar to tell which ones you don't male by the red and blue. If you notice those gray looking flamingos among them, those are babies. The babies will get that light pink coloring until after a year being born. So give some time. They'll get that pink coloring soon enough. And I do put emphasis on resting. Lions are known to rest and sleep for up to 16 to 20 hours a day. And the female lions are known to most hunting, while the male lions remain there to protect females. Those are much bigger than the black rhinos. Black rhinos weigh 3,000, while the white rhinos weigh up to 5,000. And we got a few animals on our right side over there. Now they're tremendous. You hear lions roar up to 5 miles away. And their eyesight is similar to it. Those are scimitar horned oryx. That small brown animal that is a bontebok. And of course the ostrich eggs, the world's largest birds. You can also make those ostrich eggs down below on our right side as well. You know, it may not seem like it, but ostriches are very powerful animals.
Keeping those hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck. We're also going to make sure we keep those face coverings on over our nose and mouth at all times. And make sure we sure you hold on to any loose items like hats, glasses, phones, bags, anything that could fall out, because unfortunately we cannot stop to retrieve those items. Now we are heading into the reserve. The first part is the Little Turry Forest. Now animals here in the forest do rely on camouflage to protect themselves, so definitely keep your eyes peeled. Now up on the right side, there's an animal with those striped legs. That is an okapi. Now okapis may look like they're related to zebras because of those striped legs, but they are actually the only living relative of the giraffes. Now they do have the same kind of skull structure and tongue that the giraffes have. Their head, that is a bongo. And then a little bit closer, there's this lighter tan colored animal that is a greater kudu. Now only the male greater kudus do have horns, so that does look like it is a female. Whereas those bongos, both males and females, do have those horns. They're kind of pointed backwards to help them get through any kind of... Can even spend up to 8 minutes at a time. Now an adult male hippo can come in at about 5,500 pounds. And they do like to kind of float down to the bottom of the water and walk along the bottom rather than swim. And I think if I weighed 5,000 pounds, I would probably want to do the same. Birds hanging out on the shore and also kind of swimming around. Now those are pink-backed pelicans. And pink-backed pelicans do get their name from the pink coloration that their feathers get during mating season. And they do kind of like to hang out in backwater. It does look like there are some Nile crocodiles hanging out at the shore over there. Yep. The average Nile crocodile comes in at about 16 feet in length and weighs about 500 pounds. Now you might notice there's a couple hanging out with their mouth open, and that's because they cannot. Now we can tell that those are Hartman's mountain zebras because they have a little flap of skin underneath their neck. Trying to see it on the one that's closest to us. Now that flap of skin is called a dewlap. That will help them regulate their dogs over on the left running around, otherwise known as painted dogs. Now they may look very cute and cuddly and kind of like your household pets, but they are actually one of the most successful hunters in Africa. They usually hunt in packs of about 5 to 15 and have been known to chase their prey all the way up until the point of exhaustion. Kind of playing follow the leader. Top of their head. Those are Sable Antelope. Now Sable Antelope are the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. And both mounds. They are made out of spit, dung, and dirt. A lot of the animals here on the savannah do use those as scratching posts, so they are fairly firm. Now both of these two animals hanging out on the left side of the truck, are Patterson's eland. Now, Patterson's eland are one of the taller species of antelopes, about 6 feet tall at the shoulders. White-bearded wildebeests are a large herding animal. They even take part in the can be seen from space. And that migrate during that. Now over kind of in the shade on the right by that tree back there, there are got that tan back with the white underbelly. Those are Springbok. Now, Springbok are the definition of tiny but mighty. They're one of the top 6 feet in the air when they are standing still, all the way up to about 13 feet in the air when they are running. There's some more of those white-bearded wildebeests. coming up on the left, it looks like there's a couple giraffes as well as a Ankole cattle. It does look like they are Maasai giraffe. You can tell because they have kind of a jagged, almost puzzle-like pattern to them, whereas the reticulated giraffes will have more of a net-like pattern that's a little bit smoother. Now those Ankole cattle are one of the only domesticated animals here on the reserve. Both males and females do have those big horns on top of their head. Over here, so keep your eyes peeled for elephants. And I do actually see one. Side there is an elephant hanging out there. Now that is most likely a male because he is by himself. As the males grow older and more mature, they do actually get kicked out of the herd by the females. Now also for my friends on the left side of the truck, there's a couple mandrels walking. Now mandrels are one of the largest species of about 100 pounds, blue cheeks, and as a more we made it. Hi guys, please just make sure we're keeping those face coverings on over our mouth and nose at all times. Now lions do sleep about 16 to 20 hours a day, so during the day that is pretty much what you will see them doing. And they will do most of their hunting in the evening. Past this rock laying down in the dirt there, that is a Bontebok. Now Bonteboks are related to those wildebeests that we saw earlier. There's one actually laying right in this burrow down here on the left as well. Now, warthogs are one of the largest land burrowing animals. They like to kind of back up into those burrows, keeping those tusks out to try to deter anything from attacking. There's also... Now, although ostriches do have those large wings, they are flightless birds. They do use those wings though when they're running. That helps them turn directions. Now on the ricks, there's also some ostrich eggs standing right there too. Now scimitar horned oryx do not start sweating until their body temperature reaches about 115 degrees Fahrenheit.